Good morning, Rick. How are you today?
I'm doing absolutely fabulous. A
Well, I
little
am
early,
too
but
because I am so excited to talk to you this morning. Congratulations. The show just kicked off its 17th season. That is amazing. Why do we love watching you guys so much?
I think that it's a family show. The other reason I think people really love the show is you can tune in anytime. You can tune in the middle of the show and it's still interesting. And the other thing is, I think people really do love to learn history. They just like to learn it from their uncle, not a professor looking down his nose at you. And I make sure that you giggle every time you learn something.
Yeah, we giggle a lot. I'm coming from you from Toronto, Canada. You have a lot of fans here. And I know that when I go to Vegas, I always have to come by your shop now. So do you find that you have so many more people coming in just because they're so interested to see, not only you guys, but just what you have in the shop?
I mean, it's like one of the few, it's like probably it's one of the few TV shows out there where if you're a fan of it, there's actually a destination to go to. This time of year, we average right around 3,000 people a day in the pawn shop.
How do you handle that?
Um, it's a pretty big shop, and it's all throughout the day, and we get it done. I don't know why; it's just sort of a mystery.
Yeah, well, it's good. You keep up the great work. It's so much fun to watch you guys. And Rick, tell me a little bit about HistoryCon. This is really exciting. Now, is this your first one? Because I know that Corey has been there before. So tell us a little bit about what HistoryCon is all about and what we can expect from it.
Okay, so this is like the first History Con in the States. The one Corey went to was in Asia. And this one, it's April 3rd through the 5th. It's tons of talent from History Channel. It's Forged in Fire, American Pickers, me and Corey. They have tons of interactive displays. You get to meet the talent. We're all doing autographs and pictures. There is speakers on history. We're trying to make history fun again.
Right. No, history's always fun. That was my best subject. I always loved history. I find it fascinating. And when you go there, like, what is it like for you to engage with fans too? Because obviously you see people who come in the shop all the time. You're stopped all the time. Everybody knows who you guys are. What's it like? What kind of gratification do you get when fans come up to you?
99% of the time, they're absolutely great. I understand it's sort of a big deal to meet a celebrity, so I want to take a picture with them. I try and do autographs. Just don't do it while I'm eating.
Yeah, and that's rude. Just don't touch people when they're eating. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, Rick, I want to know, from being a fan of the show myself and just watching it so much, I'm always so fascinated by the stuff that comes into the shop and what you guys, decide to buy, what you don't decide to buy. How do you know when something, like, do you get that initial reaction like, this is something I really need to investigate, or how do you know this is some garbage?
First off, I've been doing this ever close to 40 years. I didn't know I was that old, but I've been doing this for 40 years, and you sort of get an eye for stuff. And you start going through a checklist. Is this right? This right? This right? If something's wrong, there's a big problem. So that's how you tell if it's real, and then you got to sit around and think, well, can I actually resell this thing? So in the end, the formula works out, and sometimes I lose money, but hopefully most times I make it.
Yeah, was there any time that somebody brought something in, and it might have looked like a piece of junk? You went for it, but then you were just so shocked that it was like really valuable.
A few times. I mean, some people will bring stuff in, and it's one of those things I don't know a lot about, and I'll call in an expert, and I'll find out it's worth a fortune. Yeah, I mean, if you have those weird things in your attic, start doing a lot of internet research, and then the internet says it's worth something, bring it to me.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, I have a lot of stuff probably in my garage that I could bring down to Vegas for you, and we'll have a look at it. I wanted to make a quick reference about your dad because we sadly lost him in 2018, and he was such a great part of the show, and we just loved watching him. And he is dearly missed. And I wanted to know what the best piece of advice that he gave you.
Um, if you saw the show, he had all those Southern sayings that he used to come up with. Um, like one of the great ones was when I was trying to get my pilot's license, and like my dad just basically told me, "Well, son, find out what you're not good at in this world, and don't do that." So I gave up the
Yeah,
flying
absolutely. You
lessons.
can't get better advice than that. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's great. Good memories from your dad for sure. I also want to ask you because I just watched the one of the latest episodes that you've opened a bar. Tell us about that and why did you decide to do that?
One more time?
You've opened a bar next to the shop. Why did you decide to do that?
Because
Is that
every
was that a dream for you?
because every guy wants his own bar.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I figured it was a good business model. I mean, I get so many people coming in the pawn shop every day. I opened up a bar and a restaurant. I built a whole shopping center right next to the pawn shop. It's been real successful. And then, as a matter of fact, I actually bartend on Friday and Saturday night sometime.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, for my next trip to Vegas, I'm going to come and visit you. That is a promise. I that will be fun. Listen, congratulations on everything. Keep giving us Pawn Stars. We just love it here in Canada on History Channel. And have a really great time at HistoryCon. And if people want more information about HistoryCon, where do they need to go?
Just go to historycon.com. It gives you can buy tickets. It gives all kinds of information on it.
Awesome. Well, have a wonderful time and keep up the great work. What a pleasure to talk to you this morning, Rick. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.